Please don't forget to subscribe. My name is Jessica, and I never imagined I would say yes to something like this. When Tom Cruise first brought it up, I was shocked. Not because it was outrageous, but because I had never seen this side of him so openly before. My husband, calm and loving, had a fantasy that he had kept hidden, one he was now finally willing to share. The way he looked at me that night, eyes low and voice slow, made my skin flush and my heart race. We were in the bedroom, the lamp casting a soft golden hue over the sheets. I was brushing my hair when he said it. What if we tried something different tonight? Something I've been thinking about. I paused, my brush midair. I turned to look at him. Different how? He came closer, taking the brush from my hand and setting it on the nightstand. His touch was gentle, but his eyes held something deeper. Desire. Maybe even mischief. I want to drive the wrong way. Just once. At first, I didn't understand. I tilted my head, confused. Then he leaned in, his lips brushing my ear as he whispered what he meant. My face flushed instantly. Tom, I whispered, part shocked and part intrigued. That's not something I ever thought about. I know, he said, his hands settling on my waist. But I've thought about it. A lot. And I want to know what it would feel like. With you. I stepped away, flustered. I needed space to think. I had always stayed in safe zones, followed the path that felt correct and secure. But now Tom wanted to take me somewhere new, a route that felt wrong by all my usual standards. Yet the way he held me, the way his voice dropped when he spoke of desire, made my body tingle with anticipation. I don't know, I murmured. I've never done anything like that. He kissed my neck, slowly, tenderly. I would never hurt you. I just want to explore something that excites me. And I want it to be with you. For a few moments, I stood in silence, heart pounding, breath shaky. And then I did something I never expected from myself. I turned to him, slid my hands under his shirt and said, "Okay, let's do it." Tom's eyes widened slightly, like he hadn't believed I would agree. Then a slow, heated smile curved his lips. He kissed me deeply, hands exploring, lips tasting. The atmosphere in the room shifted instantly, electric, suspenseful. He guided me to the bed, but not with urgency. With intention. Everything he did that night was slow and deliberate, like he wanted me to feel each sensation, to give myself fully to this new road we were about to travel. He whispered to me, asking if I was ready, reminding me I could say stop at any time. That made me feel even more willing, more trusting. This wasn't just about physical pleasure. It was about surrender, about opening myself to something new, led by the one man I loved more than anything. When he finally began, I tensed. It was unfamiliar. My body resisted slightly out of instinct, but Tom was patient, loving. He watched my face, adjusting his movements to my comfort. He touched my hand, kissed my lips, whispered encouragement into my ear. And then something happened. The fear began to melt away. In its place came warmth, tingling, and a slow, rising wave of pleasure that I hadn't expected. I looked into Tom's eyes, and what I saw there, passion, reverence, love, made me feel powerful. He guided me through every step, and soon, I was no longer resisting. I was moving with him, wanting him, craving more. The path that once seemed wrong began to feel so incredibly right. "Oh my God," I whispered, gripping the sheets. "Why did we wait so long to try this?" He laughed softly, breathless, as he kissed my shoulder. "Because we didn't know how much fun it would be." And fun it was. My body responded in ways I didn't think were possible. We moved together with a rhythm that felt ancient and new at the same time. The deeper we explored, the more connected I felt to him. We collapsed into each other afterward, sweaty and satisfied, limbs tangled beneath the sheets. I rested my head on his chest, and he stroked my hair. "So," he said with a smirk, "was it the wrong way?" I laughed. "Maybe it was before, but not anymore. Now it feels like our way." That night changed everything for us. The next day, the air between us was different, charged, alive. I looked at him across the breakfast table and blushed, recalling the night before. And he grinned at me with that knowing look. We didn't wait long to revisit the experience. That weekend, I initiated it. I wore his favorite satin robe and whispered to him that I wanted another ride down the wrong path. His eyes darkened instantly, and he followed me to the bedroom like a man on a mission. Every time after that felt more exciting. We learned each other's bodies in new ways. We explored fantasies we'd never dared to say aloud. We laughed, we moaned, we cried out each other's names in the dark. There were moments so intense I forgot where I was, who I was, only that I belonged to him and he to me. Tom made me feel like a goddess, like every part of me was something to be cherished and adored. He discovered new ways to worship me, to show his love through touch, voice, and movement. And I gave myself to him fully, unafraid, knowing he would always bring me back safely. What had once felt forbidden soon became our sanctuary. Our bedroom turned into a space of rediscovery, where rules didn't matter as much as connection did. We were bold, adventurous, and open. And the best part? It brought us closer emotionally, too. After each night of passion, we talked for hours, shared thoughts, dreams, even childhood memories. We laughed until our stomachs hurt. We held each other until we drifted to sleep. Months passed, and that one decision to say yes changed everything. Our marriage became stronger, more playful, more honest. We kissed more in public. We touched more when walking past each other in the kitchen. We were alive again. Now, every time Tom leans in and whispers, "Want to drive the wrong way tonight?" I don't hesitate. I smile, pull him close, and say, "Take me there." Because the wrong path has become the most beautiful journey we've ever taken.
And I wouldn't change a thing.